I was really hoping to get it, you know, stripped down and epoxy primed, and it's been fighting me. It's a lot of work, guys. I have a whole new respect for auto body guys, because this is not easy. Buster found a new place to hang out. Yep. Well, at least the pan's holding up. Mud nest everywhere. And dirt. There's tons of dirt down in here. Let's give this baby a bath. I'm just hoping it eats some of that glue off. This is the stuff I'm talking about here. See, there's clay. It's wasp nest and all kinds of other junk. I just want to get all this out of here and try to get deep in these cracks. Now look at this stuff here. It's just mud pies. I really need to just cut a hole in the bottom of this thing. Get all this stuff out of here. It's just bad. So I might do that. I know there was that much left in there. It's pretty bad. I don't know if there's Bondo on this side or not. There probably is some here. This has probably all got Bondo on it. It's definitely Bondo right there. So this is probably gonna end up getting cut off. And a new patch put in here. We got Bondo here. So I know I already started sanding it, kind of taking a couple steps back and getting all this dirt and stuff out of here first. Oh, also, I don't know if you guys seen it yet. There's a huge chamber right here. There's a plate that comes off of here and dirt gets in there. I didn't realize there's one on the other side too. There's one on this side too. See this bolt's holding it on. Let's go ahead and get that off and see how much dirt's behind there. Oh yeah, there it is. The other side was up to here. But yeah, lots of junk hiding everywhere. There's some old seam sealer they stuck up in that corner. You can see this old seam sealer is cracking. We'll have to try to fill in as much of that as we can. Look at all that dirt. Wow. What do you think, Buster? This is gonna have to be fixed anyway, so I'm gonna put a couple holes here. Whoa! Hey, that worked. Oh man. A little bit of mud in there, guys. Yeah, I hope this drill's waterproof. Yeah, it's working. I love the way that looks right there. It just looks like a piece of art or something. Look at all the little cracks and the different colors of rust. It's really cool with the blue. All right, my goal was to try to get this down to bare metal with a DA using 80 grit and other means, a wire wheel and stuff like that. But I even used some paint stripper to try to help out. It's just, it's tough. It's tough to get through those layers of paint. It is thick. You know, you can see here where I've gotten all the way through and it looks really nice. The 80 grit with the 3M DA is leaving a really nice texture. But man, it's tough to get to that layer. It's a lot of work. That paint is thicker than you think it is. You can see here, this is the new paint that they put on at some point. They put right over the old paint. And then you can see the primer and stuff underneath it. You can see the filler that they put in here. It's pretty thick. They were trying to fix where the battery acid had rusted that away. And then at some point they got a dent here, and it looks like they tried to fix the dent, and then they kind of boogered it all up trying to fix it, so they just filled it in. A couple more dents here. You can kind of see where they were trying to maybe pull it with something. And doesn't look like they were real successful at pulling it, so they just put a thick layer of filler over it. I'm seriously thinking about breaking out the sandblaster and just having to go with it and see how fast the sandblaster can get into some of these areas that are just going to be real difficult to get to. You know, some of these cracks and crevices, and maybe even take some of this off of here. I'd like to get it down to bare metal if possible. I mean, we don't have to do in every, I mean, it doesn't have to be completely bare metal everywhere, but you know, I'd like to hit this. I'd like to hit in here. I'd like to get in all this here and down in there. And back in these crevices here. You know, I did this with the DA and the wire wheel and stuff. It came out pretty good. But it's very, very time consuming. I was really hoping to get it, you know, stripped down and epoxy primed. And it's been fighting me. It's a lot of work, guys. I have a whole new respect for auto body guys, because this is not easy. Let's get this outside and hook up the sandblaster and see if that helps. All right, we're just gonna start with the front here and see how it goes. See if we can get some of this out of here. It's getting there. It is a messy job, guys. You definitely don't want to do this in a regular neighborhood. I'm way out in the country, out on the farm, so not a big deal, but if you got neighbors, you might not want to do it. It's pretty bad, it's pretty messy, it gets all over everything. I've got some fans kind of trying to blow stuff away from me. I get this one fan, I get this one right up behind me, and that really helps. I can kind of move it around with me. That helps direct the sand as it's coming back at you, push it back away from you. Because when you're that close, especially when you get into these little crevices, these areas where it just ricochets right back at you, like here. So I'm not spending a ton of time in here. Obviously, all this stuff is going to be covered up. You're never going to see any of this stuff. But I did get in there a little bit. We're going to get in there with Ospo and get rid of the rust. The rust is going to be gone. I'll get in the wire wheel and all that stuff in there. Really what I want to do is get most of this outside paint off of here, so we get down to bare metal on the outside completely. And any of this stuff on the inside, I'm going to hit a little bit, but mostly that's just going to be wire wheel, DA, stuff like that, Ospo. And we'll get it as clean as possible. Because once you start getting up in here with the sandblaster, it just comes right back at you. It's a real mess. So I'm gonna try to stay away from that as much as possible. I will do a little bit of it, but my main goal is to get the complete outside done. I probably won't mess around with this Bondo area. I'm just gonna get all that off with the wire wheel. Mike F gave me a tip to use that knotted wire wheel, and it works great eating that Bondo off. But I'd like to get the whole front done, the dash, the roof line, this area here, maybe get up in those cracks there, do the dash, the heater channel, and this back area here. So I'm gonna keep going. Took a break, I gotta refill the tank. So yeah, not what you want to have happen when it's, you know, when it's bare metal. Rain's not good. Well, it's supposed to rain for about an hour, so hopefully it'll clear up and I can get back out there and keep at it. I'll just have to sand all the surface rust off. I'm gonna try to wipe it down here a little bit, but it's gonna be difficult because it's covered in sand. So anyway, stay tuned. All right, guys, we're getting closer. It's not complete, but it's pretty close. I'm really happy that the front is all original and there's no damage on the front. That really makes my day. There is some damage on the back. We're gonna deal with that. I got the whole front stripped, the roof line, some stuff in here. I even hit up the dash and under here a little bit, got all the glue off of there. I would have liked to have done more, but I ran out of sand and I'm tired, believe it or not. It's exhausting, but this is all Bondo. The sandblast does take the Bondo off, but you can knock all this off with a wire wheel. There's a bunch of Bondo in here, filler, whatever you want to call it. So all that's got to come off. I don't know if they had a big impact here or what, but we'll get it all off so we can see the damage. And we'll get down to bare metal. I don't know if they put the filler over the old paint. It looks like they may have. Yeah, it looks like it held up pretty good, you know, all these years. So, but we'll get it down to bare metal and put some nice new filler on there. First we're going to put epoxy primer and it's going to be good. I didn't mess with this because this is going to come out. We're going to replace this piece. We're going to replace that piece. So I didn't want to mess with that. And I can clean this up with the wire wheel. Same here, more filler. I'll get that off with the wire wheel. And I've already got a bunch of this knocked down, so it won't take much longer to get this off with the DA and stuff. But yeah, we made a lot of progress. I wasn't too worried about making, you know, getting everything out of here because a lot of this is all original paint. All we gotta do is scuff it up, make sure there's no rust, and then we can paint over that. I did hit the rust spots that were in here pretty good. And I'll continue to clean that and continue to work on getting it as good as I can get it. I hope you guys are enjoying the build. Please comment below, and I appreciate it. See you guys on the next one.